The release of LA Noire Remaster is upon us. If you've ever wondered what would the game look like on the Xbox One X compared to Nintendo Switch, we're here to extrapolate that and answer your question.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends. Who was that?
Welcome to Vertex Gaming. Rockstar has recently announced a trailer for LA Noire Remaster. Released on May 17, 2011, the game's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. And based on the release trailer, it presents an impressive technological achievement on Nintendo's handheld, as well as a pleasant 4K upgrade on the Xbox One X. Of course, Nintendo Switch won't output at 4K, but both the Xbox One X and a PS4 will. And considering that it was originally designed for Direct X9, they're both expected to handle it fairly easily. The real shame is that there's no PC version. Granted that there's already a PC port, but it doesn't run really well and certainly does not have the necessary 4K assets in place. Based on Rockstar's past track record, they never launched anything on a PC at the same time as the consoles. This means that we might see a 4K optimized PC release sometime in the near future. If you've ever wondered what would the game look like on Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One X, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll attempt to answer that question by extrapolating the performance and graphical fidelity of the current PC release to that of the Xbox One X and Nintendo Switch. If you're curious to see our graphical comparison and to see what we've learned in the process, stick with us to find out. What you see now is an extrapolated graphical comparison of the LA Noire on the Xbox One X on the left running at 4K and Nintendo Switch on the right running at 720p. We ran the game on separate PCs built to closely match the architecture and the performance of each console. The main goal was to find the highest PC equivalent graphical setting at which the game will maintain a stable, playable 30 frames per second performance. We've stress tested the engine by running the game at a particular cutscene, indoors and outdoors. Upon testing the game on the same level stage and attempting many different graphical variations, we've concluded that the Xbox One X will be able to run LA Noire at 30 frames per second with a graphical equivalent of high with anti-aliasing turned off. We were also pleased to see that our Nintendo Switch emulation PC was able to achieve and sustain a stable 30 frames per second performance at 720p and a graphical settings equivalent of PC's low with anti-aliasing turned off. This is what each version of the game will look like on the corresponding console. Before we continue, please feel free to check out our previous performance extrapolation videos in which we've discussed detailed PC specs to make this test possible and extrapolated performance for games such as Gears of War, Forza Horizon 3, Quantum Break, and much more. Now back to our comparison. We have to admit that our testing methodology cannot account for custom hardware and software optimizations present on each console. Therefore, we expect to see either a similar level of performance at the launch of the game or one that exceeds our predictions. We are confident that LA Noire will be able to achieve a locked 4K 30 frames per second target on the Xbox One X. However, given that Nintendo Switch performance varies between docked and undocked mode, we predict that the developer might implement some sort of a variable resolution scaler or a temporal filtering solution for the handheld version. For the rest of the video, we'll leave you with a full-screen graphical comparison of the game on each respective console. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of this video. We also greatly appreciate your feedback. Please feel free to leave us a like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss our next video. Also tell us in the comments what you would like to see next. For now, enjoy the comparison, and we will see you in the next one.
Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet.
Phelps is one of only two serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did. That you, Bukowski? Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stick.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right.
This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. If you don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we can figure.
Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa. No, you were up there all night, draped in a flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready.